Okay, now I'm going to call the meeting to order, and we're going to do roll call.
Andrew Moorhead,
Present.
David Denard,
Present.
Matthew Cox, Wiley Hadcock,
Present.
Susan Daughtry,
Present?
Sidney McLeod, Rebecca Smith,
Here today.
Kamari Carter Green. We have quorum.
All right, so has everybody looked at the agenda? Do we have an approval? Anybody? Approval?
I'll move approval.
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you.
We have to vote on
And so everybody agree?
that. Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thanks for that. Scott? Does he have?
No,
He's
he's
not here?
sent us a,
I'll step in for him.
Okay,
You don't have anything for ex parte, so
okay.
you're okay to move
Okay.
forward. We don't
All
have
right.
COAs.
okay. So has everybody had time to look at the minutes? And do we have approval for the minutes for April 28th?
I'll vote approval.
I'll second.
Is there, everybody in accordance?
Aye.
Okay, so we're going to have a public comment period. The public comment period is a period reserved for comments by the public. Items that are subject of a public hearing this week shall not be discussed. A total of 30 minutes is allocated for each individual, being allowed no more than 3 minutes. Individuals who register to speak will speak in the order registered until the allotted 30 minutes expires. If time remains after all persons who registered have spoken, individuals who did not register will have an opportunity to speak until the allocated 30 minutes expires. We have.
Nobody rushing forward.
So new business.
Good afternoon, Commission. Today I am going to talk to you about the rules of procedure. In April, we had our first reading of the rules of procedure and spoke about the revisions. I'll go over those again today. But your rules of procedure for HPC set your agenda item order. They set how you conduct business and how you approve COAs. These were last revised in 2023. So not too long ago, but we had a couple updates. Those updates, I know we went over them last time, but I'll just refresh your memory. The Planning and Development Services Department has now changed their name to the Community and Development Services Department, so that will be a change that will need to be made. With the advancement of our Public Information Office and the way that they are able to get information out to the public, we are dissolving the Publicity Committee due to the changes in the city's expectations for our board and commission members. And lastly, we want to move the public comment period to the top so that if people want to come and speak, that they don't have to necessarily sit through COAs and other items of business, and they can speak at the beginning of the meeting just like we just did. So if there are any questions, please, now is the time to ask. Since this is the second reading, there will need to be a vote for adoption of the the revision of these rules of procedure.
Okay. Do we have a vote? All in favor?
I'll move approval.
I move approval. Do we have a vote?
No, we need a second.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay. Then, everybody, yes? Aye?
Aye.
All right.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Okay. Are there any more?
Yes, our next item is committee reports. So I'll go ahead and share that with you. So our design review committee has not met. The selection committee also has not met. But we previously, I wanted to go over our membership for those two committees, as we have a new member. City Council recently appointed 2 new members to HPC, and right now we currently have Susan Daughtry, Rebecca Smith, Sydney McLeod, David Denard on the Design Review Committee. There is 1 vacant position on that committee. The selection committee members have 3 slots open. Please excuse that mistype. And Matthew Cox and Kamari Carter Green are currently on those committees. So if we have any volunteers for a committee, that would be fantastic.
Is there any, like, timeline or for those committees?
Timeline, how so, like a
we
monthly
should
meeting?
have, like, should we meet before the next meeting? I mean, you know, or, because
The
we're not
design
meeting.
review committee meets as needed.
As
So
needed.
when there's a COA application, or that for a major work, for example, that will need the approval of the design review committee before coming to HPC, that's when they'll meet.
Okay,
So that's a case-by-case basis.
okay.
The selection committee has not met. They don't necessarily have a monthly meeting time, and that's something that the selection committee would do themselves.
Okay.
I thought we were limited to 4.
So we were limited to 4 people on each committee. With the change of the rule of procedure, we now no longer have the publicity committee. So
Okay.
initially, there were 4 to each committee. Now there are 5 to each committee. As our HPC typically has 10 members, or the amount is 10 members. So those spots will be filled once we are a full commission again.
And
Oh, and yes, the fifth person on the on each committee is the alternate
Right.
of
So-
that committee. So that person will not necessarily attend every committee meeting. They will attend ones where there might be somebody who may not be able to attend, because there needs to be at least 2 people at each committee meeting in order for it to be a committee meeting. But we cannot have 5, as that is quorum.
But that is a quorum of the,
Historic
HPC.
Preservation Commission.
for our new
Correct.
member. So
Yes.
we can't, if we do that, we'd have to advertise and do an
Oh,
open
certainly,
meetings
if
law.
there's 5
Thank you,
Yeah.
intern.
together, that makes sense. Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
So what's our working definition of a full committee?
A full committee would be
Full?
4 people,
Out of
yes.
5, okay.
And then
So
there would
that's
be
our
1
working-
alternate.
That's our working definition.
Yes, and then there would be 1 alternate who would fill that 5th position as somebody who would come to either committee meeting as needed.
When you say either committee, do you mean the design review committee or the selection committee?
No, they would pick a committee.
Sure.
Any
All
other-
right, great. Thank you very much. If we have any volunteers for committees, please let me know, whether it be at this meeting or after. Thank you very much.
I'd be willing to do the selection committee.
Okay,
for one of those
fantastic.
spots.
I will jot you down for that. All right, fantastic. So on to minor works updates. We have had 1 minor work since our last meeting at the, I believe, the Proctor Young House for routine maintenance for restoring peeling paint. And I have 1 announcement for you. The Historic Window Preservation and Restoration Workshop. That is happening on Saturday, July 11th. You should have received an email from me or several. And we are advertising on all platforms, website, social media. And we have shared this with adjoining communities as well with their HPCs and their staff to let them know that this is an opportunity, a learning opportunity for window preservation. If you are interested, please join us. This does count towards your training opportunities as commission members. I sent an email with detailed information on that. So please let me know if you have any questions on this workshop. And this QR code here on the screen is for registration.
Is this capped at a certain number?
Mm-mm.
No, so it's just, okay.
Yep, we just have registrations that we are aware of how many we might have.
And where, the time?
Yeah, it is at 9 a.m. on Saturday,
Oh,
July
it's
11th.
right in front of me.
No
It
worries.
helps to read, yeah.
No worries at all. I'll let you know. It's Saturday, July 11th from 9 a.m. to
Okay.
12 p.m.
Okay.
We have Colliers Engineering and Design has partnered with us, and they've hired David, who is an expert in his field for window preservation. He's with Double Hung Window Preservation. And it will be at the Epps Recreation Center in the multipurpose room. And there will be some hands-on learning opportunities as well as educational presentations. So please join us if you can.
For a new
And-
member, you might explain why the training matters?
Oh, absolutely. We had an orientation just
Okay,
yesterday.
never mind.
So
need to-
all good on that end. But yes, the window workshop, I believe Mr. Haycock is looking forward to it. And I did want to also mention the Design Standards Task Force. We have had 4 meetings up until this point, and we have 2 left. It's been going great. Andrew can speak on it if he'd like to, but yeah, our next 2 meetings are August 19th and September 9th. The next one will be on our last section of the design standards, and our last one on September 9th will be the review of the finished draft. And once that is complete, that final draft should come to HPC in the October-November timeline. That's what we are looking at right now.
I want to confirm, you said our next meeting was August 19th with us?
No, not with us. Our meeting will still be our routine monthly
Gotcha,
meetings. This is for the Design Standards Task Force.
Gotcha, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the consultants are, I think, doing a very good job of making it more readable, clarifying, clarifying what are standards and what are best practices. But I encourage the commission, when that comes to them, to read those carefully, because there's some interesting questions there. Well, I mean, about what's a standard, what's a best practice,
Gotcha.
what's a hill we'll die on, what's something we don't.
Right.
Yes, and that will be sent out before the meeting, so there will be due time for you to review the standards and come back with any questions, comments, or concerns.
That's good.
Also, one of the email I received from you mentioned that we can be a part of the review, or no?
If you would like to join the
meeting.
task force,
Right.
yes, absolutely. So feel free to, I know we had spoken about that. So if you're interested in coming to the next 2 task force meetings, absolutely.
Sure, thank you.
Great, that's all I have.
Anything else? I know. Well, do I have a move for adjournment?
A motion?
A
Adjourn.
motion? Yes, sorry. For adjournment?
I'll move to adjourn.
Second?
I'll second.
Everybody in approval?
Aye.
Okay, second.
All right, thank you for your time.